Movie buffs, welcome back to the Movie Bay. This is D. In today's video, we're going to do a take 10 on Brad Pitt. Yeah. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this take 10 on Brad Pitt. And we're going to start this take 10 with 7. 7, let's do the numbers before we talk about 7. 7 came out in 1995. It has a 127-minute runtime. It has an 8.6, high, well-deserved 8.6. I'd have gave this one a 9. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. Starring Morgan Freeman and Gwyneth Paltrow as the co-stars, and along with Kevin Spacey wasn't really the co-star. You didn't see him until like the final act. Well, you can say the third act, but you know. This movie here. So this right here is on, I have it still on DVD. I could have got the Blu-ray anytime. The Blu-ray for this is cheap. And I still might. Yeah, if this come out on 4K, I don't know if it's out on 4K. If it is, drop a comment. But if this comes out on 4K, I'm definitely going to go ahead and go straight to the 4K. So I might hold out for this one on 4K. But this is what I always talk about with DVDs. The presentation of DVDs versus the presentation on Blu-rays. The Blu-ray version of this is bare bones. It's really nothing to it. It's just a Blu-ray in the case. It's nothing. Look at this. So 7, look at the, I mean, it's really nice. The artwork. You got all your features and everything listed on the back. And John Doe's notebook. You know, when they went into the apartment, all the notebooks. I mean, just the attention to details with some of these DVD sets. The Blu-ray sets just can't even begin to come close. So look at that. And then you got your, you got your more work in there, more like artwork, more details. And there go your movies right there. Remember, he had everything in the jars and stuff like that, the organs in the jars. And I mean, just look. I mean, you really, these DVD sets, I'm telling you, they put a lot of, you know, thought into some of these DVD sets. And to give these DVD sets up, for me, I have to. I just don't have the space. I know there's guys out there with, I know guys with 3, 4, 5 versions of the same movie. I can't. 7. One of my favorite movies of all time. I think I'm going to do, I'm straying off the beaten path here, but I think coming up soon, I'm going to do my top 100. I haven't done one of those in like 2 years, and I've added a lot of movies to the collection. So I think we're due for another, my favorite 100 films. If you want to see that, drop a comment, and I'll make that happen. Next up, we got Interview with the Vampire. This is an old movie. It's been in my collection. I got this from GameStop when they used to sell DVDs. Yeah, so I had this for a long time. Interview with the Vampire came out in 1994. Stars Tom Cruise and Christian Slater. It has a 7.5 IMDb, and it's got a 123-minute runtime, so it's not terribly long. Interview with the Vampire is a fantastic movie. I really enjoyed this one. I mean, you got Brad Pitt. I mean, you got Antonio Banderas. I mean, it's a good cast. Solid. Very solid Brad Pitt film. Next up, we have one that caught me off guard when I first saw this because I didn't know what to expect of it, but it was so freaking good. I was gassed when I got done watching it. Brad Pitt is in Snatch. This movie is about, Brad Pitt is a pikey fighter. I still don't know what the hell a pikey is. If you know, drop it in the comment section. I know one of you know. But it was really good. I loved all the characters. I think they was definitely over somewhere in Europe. I think Brad Pitt was also a gypsy. He was in like a gypsy caravan. It was really good. I really did like this movie. It was so different, and it just caught me off guard watching it. So the numbers on Snatch, it came out in 2000. It has a 104-minute runtime, so it's not terribly long. 8.3 IMDb. I agree with that. Stars Benicio del Toro and Dennis Farina. Really good movie. I enjoyed Snatch. Next up, again, this is one of my favorites. This will make my top 100 list. If I had to do a top 50 list, this might make it into that. Meet Joe Black. Brad Pitt, Anthony Hopkins. Man, did I really like this one. This movie is fantastic right here. This is the movie that really got me into Anthony Hopkins. I've seen stuff with him in it before, but this is the one that really got me into him. Okay, so you got a 7.2 IMDb. I would have gave this one at least I would have gave this one an 8, but I think it deserves at least a 7.5. It came out in 1998. It has 180 minute runtime, so it is lengthy. This is a 3-hour movie all day. Let's see, 180 minutes. Yep, 3 hours. And it stars Anthony Hopkins. This movie, and a host of others. This is a fantastic movie. So basically, Brad Pitt is, I'm not going to say he's the devil. He's definitely not the devil. He is like a version of, say, the Grim Reaper. We could say the Grim Reaper because he's come back. Anthony Hopkins is dying, but he's a really good man. And Death, Brad Pitt's name is Death. He wanted to come back and spend time with Anthony Hopkins before he died. He's a rich mogul, and he believed in doing things the old-fashioned square business way. Fantastic movie. You're going to love Meet Joe Black. And if you saw it, I know you loved it. And if you didn't see this one, you need to go ahead and I say add this to your collection. Next up is one. Now, this is one that my whole family likes. I mean, I like it. My wife really likes this movie. And my wife is the type of woman, when she likes a movie, she will run it. I don't think this one took her Jerry Maguire and her Shawshank replaced those two. As far as her all-time favorite running movies, I would go to work, come home, and she'd be watching either one of those. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Now, I admit, I didn't know what to make of this one when I first saw it, but when I watched it, it was the first time I ever saw a movie where they did it was in reverse. So instead of getting older quickly, he got younger. And it wasn't quickly, it was like a clock in the beginning, and it was going in reverse. So The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, he lived his whole life basically in reverse. It was a great movie, and it had a sad ending. In fact, the whole final portion of the movie, however you want to call it, act or whatever, was just sad. To see him age down to infancy and to basically age to death. Basically, he got so young, he just ceased to live. You know what I mean? Great movie, very sad. The acting in here was crazy. So let's get to the numbers. It came out 2008. It has a 7.8 IMDb. Strong score. Good movie. Deserved it. It has a 166-minute runtime, so it's fairly lengthy. And the co-star was Cate Blanchett. Fantastic Brad Pitt movie right here. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Next up, now Brad Pitt got some bangers, y'all. Y'all already know. He got some definite bangers. It was hard for me to find something that really wasn't too mainstream. I think I don't think none of these are like non-mainstream. Maybe one, we'll see. Fight Club. Fight Club was all that. Like the ending of this, man, look, what goes on in Fight Club stays in Fight Club. 1999, it has a very well-deserved 8.8 IMDb. 8.8. You know, it was a good movie, guys, but I'm not sure about 8.8. I think that might be a little high. Me personally, this is a good movie. I'd have gave it an 8.0. I don't think I could have rated this movie higher than 7. Because this movie is rated higher than 7. 7 is rated 8.6. And I know they two different types of movies, but you get where I'm going with this. 8.8, almost a 9 for this. It was good. It was worthy of an 8. Maybe if you want to stretch it all the way out to the max, at 8.2. But anyway, stars, 1999, 8.8. It has a 139-minute runtime, so it's not terribly long, not really. Your standard movie runtime, basically. And it stars Edward Norton and Meatloaf as his co-stars. You gotta love Edward Norton. He got some bangers out there too. Not much as of late though. Next up, we have one. Again, this is one of my favorite Brad Pitt movies. Not my favorite. It's one of my favorites. Now, if I did a top 100, I'm not sure if this would make it in my top 100. But if you was to say what's one of your favorite what's your favorite Brad Pitt movies, this would be in that. Inglourious Basterds. It's a Tarantino flick, so you already know what to expect. Inglourious Basterds came out in 2009. It has an 8.3 IMDb. Again, I think that's a little high. It was good. It was good. But to go over 8, the movie to me got to be, and this was good. I'm not going, you know what, I'm not going to argue with the 8.3, but I would have been comfortable with this getting right under 8 or right at 8. But again, it is what it is. I'm not going to, fight too hard on the 8.3. It has a 153-minute runtime, so it's a little, a little bit longer than the average. And Christopher Waltz and Michael Fassbender is his co-stars, and of course a host of others. Fantastic movie. Brad Pitt is like an anti-Nazi squad, and you just got to see it. It's a Tarantino movie, so you know you're going to get plenty of violence. You're going to get plenty of all kinds of colorful language. Really good movie. Next up is oh, you know what? I didn't put no details in for this one. So we just going to have to, I'll put this one up, and I didn't get no details for this one, but okay, so we have The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Fantastic movie. This might be one that's not so mainstream, but it was a good Brad Pitt movie. I liked it. It's not one of my favorite Brad Pitt movies, but it was good. I didn't write down any of the details on this one. I apologize for that, but this is a good movie. If you can catch it in a bargain bin somewhere, go ahead and check this one out. It's definitely about the coward Rob Ford who shot Jesse James in the back, which, from what I understand, for all accounts of history, that is a true story. Now, from what I understand, it didn't happen exactly the way they played it out in the movie, but it did happen. And Robert Ford did get it in the end for what he did. Next up is Fury. Now, this is a Steelbook edition. Fury is a fantastic war movie. I liked it. Let's see. Let's go to the numbers. Came out in 2014. It has a 7.6 IMDb. I agree with that. It has a 129-minute runtime, and it stars Shia LaBeouf, Michael Pena, and John Bernthal. Fantastic movie. It's a really good movie. That's all I'll say. It's a great war movie. Next up, now this one ain't so much, did I just say ain't? This one isn't really a Brad Pitt movie. Mainly, he's just like playing the background. He got a good role in here, but this is more of a Bruce Willis movie, but I put it in there anyway because maybe some people didn't see this one. This is one I wanted to shine a little light on. This is called 12 Monkeys. You got Bruce Willis, Madeline Stowe, and Brad Pitt. So 12 Monkeys is basically Bruce Willis got to go back and try to stop this virus. It was a good movie. He ended up in like a loony bin. Brad Pitt worked there. It's got a lot of psychological elements to it. So this is a movie that I would recommend you watch when you got time to dedicate to watching it and you're going to be focused on it because you can miss some stuff in this movie. Great movie. In this movie, I'm not sure if it was shot, but it's based on my hometown, Philadelphia. So that is our Take 10 on Brad Pitt. And to commemorate that, I have, what do I have here? I don't have any digital codes for Brad Pitt because the one I was going to give you guys is expired. Let me see here. I was going to give you the digital code to Fury, but it's, you know what? Let's just try it anyway. Some of these digital codes be working. We'll see. Now, this is one for Fury. If it works, it works. I doubt it because it do have an expiration date and it expired in 2019. I'm just putting it out there. It might work. There's been times where I tried digital codes that said they expired. And then you got some that says may expire. Those sometimes work also. Here's one that does not have an expiration date. And this is for The Protege. Great movie. You got your VR, you got your barcode, and then you got your digital code. You can pause it, take it down, do what you need to do. Protege was a good movie. And then we have one. This one say code may not be valid after 2020. May not. So we're going to try it, okay? This one is for The Shape of Water. This is a really good movie. I want to make sure you get that code. The Shape of Water was a fantastic movie. I enjoyed it. It was way different than I expected it to be. So there you go. That's your digital codes. That's your Take 10 on Brad Pitt. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you got any ideas or things you want to see, just drop a comment. Is there a certain Take 10 you want to see? I got to get back into the Take 5s. I've been doing the Take 10s a lot more because it seems like you guys respond more to the Take 10s than the Take 5s. If you want to see a Take 5 or a Take 10 on something other than an active, you want to see a Take 10 on a specific director, a Take 10 on a specific genre, just let me know and I'll see what I can put together. I got plenty of material to work with. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.